along the way. I refuse to abuse what is kind to diffuse, but it's there and it's happening to me along the way. As we go through the show, we cannot forget our foes, but there's always waiting at the table along the way. What you've seen up for me isn't what you plan to be, but you'll have what you wanted in the end along the way. And we'll fly as we try, and our brothers pass us by, to be strong through the ages of our days along the way. That the morals in my soul will be shaven and sustained by the falls along the way. But regret, no more death, to find love and happiness. That's your way to be strong when they are gone along the way. Like Tommy, you are free, and you will not follow me, but we'll see each other once for all the paths along the way.
So, Bad Religion is like wine. The older, the better.
The older, the better.
I like that. That's a pretty cool metaphor. Yeah.
The average age of the band is still about 25. So it's not that old. Yeah. It's just that we were so young before that it was absurd.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think the group is probably better now than it was 5 years ago, or 9 years ago even. So what happened between 84 and 88? I mean, there were 4 years of nothing about Bad Religion, and then the comeback of the year. Well, it's not that we did nothing, but we didn't have any vinyl. The group was active in the United States playing, but if a group doesn't have new vinyl, then there's no interest.
When we started Bad Religion, we were all very young, and as you reach an age around, especially around 18 through 22, where you really are self-motivated. You go off in many directions. You lose a lot of friends during those years, I think. And everybody went and did their own thing. The band still played once in a while, but only with myself being the only original core member. And then Peter played for a good number of those shows. Jay came back and played a good number of shows. But then we didn't get this whole group back together again as it stands here until 87. Your lyrics changed from the first album, where they had a more quiet, general, political stuff, to more personal stuff. And sometimes it seems to me that you are a little bit, not tired, but a little bit cynical and more, without big hope. On the new album? Yeah. On Suffer? Suffer, yeah. Without hope. More pessimistic, you mean? Yeah. More pessimistic than Fuck Armageddon, This Is Hell? Which I don't think the pessimism is any stronger. Maybe maybe we've gotten better at writing gloomy lyrics, you know. They're never intended to make people think that there's no hope, though. Because we don't make declarations. We don't say there is no hope. We rather tend to pose questions and ask questions like, how much is enough? You know, is someone watching over you? Things like that. There are a couple declarations. I mean, in Suffer we say a few things. The masses of humanity. Yeah. See, one thing that needs to be clarified is, as far as the lyrics on the album, Greg writes half and I write half, and they mesh very closely. So, because our philosophies are very similar. But I think maybe I'm a little bit more cynical than Greg. I think so. On the record. Because I'll sit here and say that there's no hope for certain areas, you know. Which is not to say that we need to just take a gun and shoot ourselves in the head, but just try to make the best of it and live life for the short period of time that we're on Earth, you know. The pessimism in my lyrics stem more from Not because I think there's no hope, because I know that there's a great potential in humans. But the pessimism comes from the realization that we're not realizing that potential. You understand? So it's a pessimism, but there's a degree of a lot of hope because I know how powerful the human mind is.
Into the Unknown. What kind of album was that? Heavy drug abuse or?
This song talks about us and my pessimistic lines. So here we are again to experience bitter scolding, and we're the only ones who can perceive it. But others see the beauty and the story that's unfolded. That's one that Jesus plays in ritual. My pessimistic lines, your superstitious lies, and the modern age lies won't absolve you. And the promise royal truth, and the nerd that in you. And of course the night you knew is will deceive you. Watch out. Pessimistic lines, your superstitious lies, and the modern age lies won't absolve you. And the promise royal truth, and the nerd that in you. And of course the night you knew is will deceive you. Watch out. Thank you very much. We'll see you next